Raiders. And it took me only one offseason to take the Raiders from not a playoff team to winning the Super Bowl. We're going to try and do the same thing here with the Pittsburgh Steelers live here on the FanDuel YouTube and the FanDuel Twitch. I do need to tweet out that I am live. So give me a second there. Just acting natural, you know, while I send out this tweet. Live. I can't type. This is crazy. Rodgers. Bang, bang, bang. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at, make sure that my big board saved from the last time we were live here. I just go to favorites. Oh, I don't love that. I don't love that. Oh, no. Dude, I spent literally so much time going through. Oh, dude. That sucks. Now I have to go through my board again. Oh my gosh. I had probably like 50 guys picked out. That's annoying. But whatever, man. We'll get it done here. We'll get it done. I can hear someone's car like wobbling outside. They need to get something checked out. Okay. I'm trying to turn on my fan because it's kind of hot in here. All right. So the first thing that I need to... We're just going to start with quarterbacks, obviously. We want guys who have... We want the fastest guys with the biggest arms, right? Those are the guys that we want. Right? If you don't at least have elite throw power, we're not even entertaining you. It's that simple, right? Oh, I'm so upset. Like, legitimately, I'm upset that I did not get none of the big board reset. Yes, dude. I'm so upset. No, like, legitimately. And I was worried about that because I didn't like close out properly. I was like, is it going to save? But I didn't check beforehand. And so now I'm sitting here and yeah, the big board reset. So, oh, dude, that's so annoying. It's like, oh well. We'll get it done, right? It's going to work out. Right? I already got the quarterbacks done that I want. Yeah, let me get running backs that have great throw power, man. So yeah, I already don't love how these running backs look. I just want to see what their combines looked like, though. So you ran a 4.36. That's pretty insane. Right, with 20 reps on the bench. I mean, I'll mark both of these guys down. And then, is there anyone that was putting up crazy numbers on the bench that also happened to run like a pretty good 40 time. Not particularly. Although these two guys, 4.46 and 4.48, they're both faster than me. So I'll put them on the board in some capacity, and we'll take a look at them probably as we get later in the draft. Bishop is a good name. Will be a star. Where's Bishop? Enrique Bishop. I mean, he ran a 4.36, which I'm pretty sure is the fastest of any running back. Yeah, 4.36, and he put up 20 reps on the bench. I mean, we'll just take a look. He's projected to be an undrafted free agent, but he's the fastest running back. He jumped 33.9 inches. He had a 10.4 broad, 6.79 in the 3-cone, 4.16 in the 20-yard shuttle. That's not that crazy. Like, the 4.36 is more impressive than the 4.16 20-yard shuttle. And you know what? He's honestly not poorly skilled. Like, B carrying, it'll probably be that'll probably be like, I would guess that it would be like high 70s, mid to high 70s. And then same with the break tackle. The catching could be anything. I could very well see this guy being a pretty good player. I'll keep an eye on him for sure. Especially if he's projected to be an undrafted free agent. I mean, there's no reason not to entertain that. All right, let's take a look at the receivers now. I mean, we got a guy who's running a 4.33. Got to put him on the board. A guy who's running a 4.37. Got to put. And this guy has, dude, a 4.33 with a 40-inch vert. I don't care that he only put up 6 reps on the bench. Now, this guy running a 4.4 with 22 reps on the bench is absolutely nuts. And a 40-inch vertical. This is like the freakiest athlete I've ever seen in my life. Nick Little is kind of in that same vein. We'll put him on the board. And then, that's the thing with Madden, that it makes it a little difficult, or not difficult, a little unrealistic, and kind of, I hope they find a way to fix this in Madden 26. Is like, scouting, it really just comes down to like, oh, dude, is this guy like a freak athlete? And if the answer is no, then he's just like completely off your board, right? Like, that is the unfortunate reality with scouting in this game. Like, yeah, this guy's got a 42-inch vert, which is absolutely stupid. 21 reps on the bench, but he runs a 4.5. Like, he's going to have less than 90 speed. I don't know if you can justify that. Who's winning tonight, Thunder or Pacers? Is the next game tonight? I thought it was tomorrow. Oh my goodness, that is tonight. Okay. So I actually have to kind of chug through this because I kind of want to watch, because I was thinking the last game was Wednesday. I'm like, okay, they'll get Thursday off, they'll get Friday off, and the game will be Saturday, because that's how it has been. But I didn't realize the game was tonight. Okay, so we're gonna fly through this then. Dude, this guy's going to be the GOAT. Like, he's a day 3 projected guy, but he's gonna be so fast. It's crazy how fast he's going to be. But that's what I'm saying. They've been doing 2 days of rest, and Kofi brought this up as well. It was during the conference finals, I think, or it might have been during or I don't even know what, the conference semifinals, where he was like, dude, I could have swore they always used to do 2 days of rest, and now all of a sudden they go to 1. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, he brought that up on TikTok, and I had no idea that was even like a thing, because like I'm not, as tapped into basketball as some of the other guys that are in the sports media space. But like, I had no idea that was even a thing, and now that he's pointed it out, I'm noticing. I'm like, oh, they do kind of arbitrarily pick and choose when to do 1 versus 2 days of rest. So it's very weird, and I don't understand it at all. But Kofi thinks they should always do 2 days of rest, especially when traveling. Maybe it's 1 day because they should be staying in Indiana still, right? For game 4. But I don't know. But I'm pretty sure they did 2 days for game 1 and between game 1 and 2 that were both in OKC. But even it just doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, I think I have the receivers that I want. I know I want these 3 guys for sure. And then I want Nick Little. I don't think anyone else is really... I will put Brendan Jones on my list also. I will put... I don't think I want to put Mark Marciano. I will. And then because I'm putting those guys, I feel like I have to put the guy who has a 42-inch vert. All right, let's go to tight ends. Because, like, honestly, he probably could play tight end. Guy with a 42-inch vertical, man. It's crazy. Okay. I guess this is tricky because a lot of these tight ends are putting up very similar numbers at the combine to a lot of these receivers that I'm looking at. And so I don't know if you can even argue. I just wish they'd stick with either 1 or 2 days so I know exactly when the game will be. That's what I'm saying. Like, I shouldn't have to check ESPN every single time I want to. Like, I know when the NFL playoffs are, right? You know every single time. But also that's because they don't have playoff series, But this is I think difficult. Maybe it's just that I just don't think any of these tight ends are that good, right? That could be it. Because I'm like 28 reps on the bench and a 4.73 with under a 30-inch vert. He's 6'4", 242. The receivers I'm looking at are freakier athletes than this, right? Like way freakier athletes than this. Who is the highest vertical jump? 35 inches, 15 reps on the bench, and a 4.69, and he's 6'3", 235. There are multiple receivers that are just like insane compared to this. The only guy that I feel like kind of pops out, but he's 6'2". It might just be a really bad tight end class, I fear. These, okay, Terrell Keys and Nick Day, they're both running sub 4.7. They're putting up around 20 reps on the bench, and they're around on the high end of 33 to 34 inches in the vert. I'll put them on my list, begrudgingly. Then what makes these guys vertical threats and this guy a possession guy? He's faster than them. I mean, his dude, I mean, this guy's got catching traffic. I might have to put him on my list too. And I'm pretty sure he's the fastest one in the class. Okay. But I do want to look at, let's look at Nick Day real quick. I just want to see. Okay, so they're not freak athletes. They're not freak athletes, but they can all catch. So that's at least exciting. Okay, offensive line. We got to start at the bench. 44 reps on the bench, dude. That's insane. That is completely insane. Now, see, here's the thing. You do need somewhat of a balance. He's 6'9", 370, dude. Screw balance. That dude is playing the wrong sport. He might actually be playing the right sport, but I feel like he belongs in, like, sumo wrestling. Keys is from Georgia, so he's basically Brock Bowers. You actually might be right. And this guy's an undrafted free agent, so, like, I can put him on my board. Kind of no problem. I want to actually sort by shuttle. I want, like, someone who is, like, a freak in terms of strength, but then also, like, these guys that are running under 5 seconds in the 20-yard shuttle, that's big. So I think Eli Highsmith for sure. Armstrong, I think, and he's projected to go round 1. I mean, his shuttle and his 40 time are basically identical. And he's doing 125 on the broad. Oh my God. There's a couple guys that are in that range too. Ballard. I could see. Let's see his skills. See, this is a risk, right? Because his pass blocking could be trash. So I'm thinking I'm going to lean away from him. Did I not look at Callaway? Oh, probably because he put up 24 reps on the bench. Is probably why I'm not looking at him. But his name is Armstrong. How could he not be a good lineman? This is another guy where I'm like, this is a risk on, like, his pass blocking could be kind of mediocre. And his run blocking is mediocre. And personally, especially on the left side, I would rather have a guy who's, like, a really good run blocker than a guy who's, like, a really good pass blocker. I just don't think Callaway is going to be that good. Highsmith and Armstrong are both going to be good. Ballard, I'm not sold on. Gilmore, he's, like, seen as this agile guy, but he's, like, I don't know. Again, like, if I'm comparing him to Highsmith, which is a little bit unfair comparing, like, a potential undrafted free agent to a potential first-round pick, it's like, this guy's got a faster shuttle, and he's stronger than you, and his 40 time is better than yours. Like, I just can't get down with that. Now, this guy, top 5 talent, Cam Rowe. I mean, we're going to put him on the board. He probably won't fall to us. We'll put 34 reps on the bench. We'll put 37 reps on the bench. Yeah, we'll just rock with those guys. Callaway as a guard. You might be cooking. Oh, okay. This guy didn't do the I was like, yeah, 0 seconds, man. Oh my God. He can teleport? He's the Flash? I just noticed FanDuel commented Aaron Rodgers QB1 underway or begins, and they don't know that I traded Aaron Rodgers in the last episode. But we'll look at Alex Rainey here. Let's look at Alex Rainey. I could see it working out. I mean, just not knowing what kind of an athlete he is a little bit concerning for me. but he seems to have good traits. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to leave him off. Yeah, this guy's the GOAT. Yeah, this guy's the GOAT. That's the key with linemen. Just sort by shuttle time and pick the guys that have like really high bench press numbers. They're all good. I promise you, every single one of them, they're going to be really, really good. This one is because his shuttle is a little bit slower than like it's a pretty steep drop off for the next guy. So I think I'm gonna just move along, especially because like there's no way we're gonna end up picking all these guys. Andrew Scarborough. I don't love having this guy on the board, but we'll take it. This guy did go to Georgia, so he might be goated. Let's just see what his skills look like. Yeah, he's trash. He's terrible, man. He is actually the worst offensive lineman anyone's ever seen. We'll put Cantrell on here. I'm not super moved by either of these guys, so we'll move on. Right guards. We've got, I think we'll just take all three of these guys. Yeah. Now, I'm willing to entertain these three here. Maybe just this one, because these guys are like on the cusp of 300 pounds. This guy's 330. Mid. All right, hold on. Let's go back here. Theo Lewis. His name is Theo. He's got to be good. He has to be. Oh. He might be like the GOAT pass protector. Like, I mean, I'll put him on the board. His pass protection is really good. So I think that alone deserves a spot. And then we'll look at Max Joyner here. And he's trash. Okay. Easy. On to the right tackles, and then we will be done with offense. Oh, should I look at fullbacks? Probably not, right? Harper, McKenzie, Allen, Fraser, Mitchell, I think we'll call it there. I just want to see if there's anyone who's just got like crazy. Yeah, so we've got Eddie Gunn here that put up 37 on the bench, but he's trash. So that makes my life very easy. On to the defense. So with the defensive end, you always got to be a little bit careful, because there's going to be sometimes a mixed bag of guys who are speed rushers versus power rushers. But we're going to definitely going to put Cliff Bradshaw up there. See, I want to look at Eric Allen too. So I'm going to throw a bone. Antoine Tiller. See, he's just a good athlete, so I got to give him a chance at least. Yeah, Rick Conley. I think I might be able to just do the same thing I did with the offensive lineman and just sort by shuttle time. And then just take the guys that have high bench press numbers. Yeah. So we already know he's a favorite. This is pure run defense. Oh, dude. I feel like this has... one of these guys is going to end up being really good. Either Kerry Turner or Kari Turner or Demarius Hess. I feel like one of those guys is going to be just an undeniably vicious run defender. And it's not Turner. Okay. Here's Hess. We've got... No, he's also mid. That's crazy. All right, so on to the opposite side. Sort by shuttle. This guy, honestly, man, crazy speed. I mean, honestly, it's not that crazy. It's really good, but it's not crazy speed. Like, this guy's a freakier athlete, probably. Right? He went to Cincinnati for Matthew Spawnhour. We have to. Lonnie Reddick. Not a huge fan. Cortez, 6'6", 280, runs a 4.74 and 32 reps on the bench. Yes, please. Yes, please. Jimmy Johnson here. What you got for me, Jimmy Johnson? You know, I can get behind this. I can get behind Jimmy Johnson. All right. And then go back here. Jimmy Johnson, Sammy Burke. Dude, Donovan Park, 39 reps on the bench. You're nasty. 41, dude. No, you don't understand how. What? 6'5", 313, runs sub 5 in the 40-yard dash. Put up 41 reps on the bench. That might be the nastiest thing I've ever seen in my life. That rocks. That rocks. Okay. Where the 6'7" tackles at, dude? You missed it. We had I'll go back here. There is, well, first of all, Eli Highsmith, I didn't realize is also a freak in terms of size. 6'8", 321. But there is another offensive lineman here that is a truly freak of nature. Here's a couple 6'7" tackles. 6'9", 370 Oscar Mayweather. I'm drafting him no matter what. I actually never looked at what his skills look like, and maybe I don't want to ruin it for myself. Oh, he's terrible. No, he's trash. No, that's heartbreaking. No, why is he trash? Oh, dude, that breaks my heart. Because he's 6'9", 370. No, he has to be good. No, he has to be good. Anyway, on to the defensive tackles. You know the rule. This guy's mid. You can't be a 6'5", 280 defensive tackle. See, I'm thinking, would I move him to end? Would I be able to move him to come off the edge? And the answer is probably no. Like, even if he were an edge rusher, I probably still wouldn't take him. This just doesn't fit what I'm trying to do. This guy, on the other hand, my goat. Wow. How many goats are there going to be? A lot, it seems. Sub 5 in the shuttle with over 30 reps on the bench. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. And then we're going to throw the guys that did 40 and 42 in there as well. I'm not going to throw the guy that did 38. Yes, I am. I said I wouldn't, but I did. You know? Sue me. 45! Oh! This is the guy, though. 6'3", 359, dude. I mean, we'll look at both. We'll just decide who's better, and we'll go from there. This guy can kind of tackle. So I wish I could like save my place in. They're both about the same. They're about the same. They're not quite the same, but they're about the same. All right, on to the linebackers. We're really almost done here. Same deal as with the edge rushers. So this is a coverage guy. And this is again, you get to these outside linebackers and it's like, oh, some are coverage guys, some are edge rushers, some are run defense. Like there's such a wide range of guys here. This guy runs a 4.25 in the shuttle, 4.69 in the 40. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the freakiest build. I wonder if anyone's got like a crazy vert. No, not really. But this is pretty gnarly work. And I think he's the only guy. He's the only guy to go sub-7 in the 3 cone. So he's going to have absolutely ridiculous change of direction. He's got A man coverage. Oh, so he's like legitimately a great coverage guy. Too bad he's slow. He could play corner damn near. Yeah, dude. He'd be a great coverage guy. Can he tackle even? He can tackle a little bit too. This guy could probably play Mike linebacker for me, right? I mean, I have a Mike linebacker, right? That's not the problem necessarily, but it looks like, I mean, he just looks like a freak, and he's projected round 3, round 4. I could definitely end up snagging this guy. Now, Allen, on the other hand, is going to be significantly less freaky. Both of these guys, I guarantee, have much worse skill grades. Honestly, he's not bad. He's not. Right, he's a run defender, so I expect like a lot of the stuff to be worse, but or a lot of the coverage stuff to be worse. But the tackling's about the same, and I don't know. It's like, but that's the thing, is if like we're picking a guy round 3, round 4, I would rather have the first guy that I was just looking at than those guys. Than really probably either of these guys. But we'll take a look at Levine or Levine. He's got pretty good block shed, and he's also a pretty solid coverage guy. I will take a shot on just putting him on the board, even though I'm not like totally in love with the physicals, but he could end up being pretty good. See, I think you're probably just a little bit too small, too weak to be a true power rusher coming off the edge. This guy's also a power rusher, but you can see like much quicker in the 3 cone. 40 times are about the same, stronger on the bench, and he weighs more at shorter, so he's stockier, stronger. I don't know, but this guy's more explosive. He's got a 34-inch vert. We'll compare the two. We will compare the two and make our distinction from there. Okay. I see what I'm looking at here. Ooh, that's kind of a tough call. That's kind of a tough call to make. They're both pretty good. I think I like Whitfield a little bit better, but Whitfield is projected to be round 1. The other guy is Whitfield's projected to be round 1. Allen's projected to be Wait. What? No, Levine, not Whitfield. Why was I looking at Cameron Whitfield? I was supposed to look at Levine. Oh, no way. I looked at both of these guys already. Yeah, we were comparing Doug Brown to Cameron Whitfield. Yes. No, I had that right. Those are the guys that we were comparing. They're both projected to go in the first round. I probably won't get either of them, but we'll put them both on the board for now. Something tells me this guy's not going to be very good. I'm not even going to really entertain it. I will entertain Zach Russell's going to end up going top 5. But I'm like, even for a coverage guy, 6'1", 222. Like, play corner, play safety. Your coverage isn't that good to justify it. Yeah, I mean, that guy's a freak. Let's look at the guys who are up there on the bench press. Doesn't look like a lot of craziness. So we'll move on to the mics. At least now I don't have to worry about pass rush like playing a factor here. We've got Jaden Page. He's a Buckeye, man. 4.38 in the shuttle. I would say that's got to be the fastest. We'll take a look at him before we make our call here, but he's probably going to be pretty good. What's with these guys being like great man coverage linebackers? But honestly, like, I don't know. There's something about this guy that I just don't love. I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't feel like he's that good of a player, even though his athletics are freaky. I guess, again, round 3, round 4, we'll put him on the board and kind of go from there. But off rip, I'm not like totally moved. Ooh. Deshaun Oliver. This is kind of a tricky one, you know. I think I'm gonna go no. I think 26 on the bench isn't that impressive to justify it. I think it might just be a weak Mike class, if I'm being frank. Even though that's not my name. Yeah, I think I've got all the mics that I want here. Looking at the right outside backers. Oh, God. I mean, we're going to put all 3 of these guys down, but this guy's the GOAT, just so we're clear. Silas Woodley, the GOAT. And then let's look at the bench. 30 reps and 4.65 at 6'3", 257. That's not bad. Dante Swift. We'll put him down. I don't think we're gonna get him. Again, we have 1 first-round pick. I think that's a lie. I think we have 2. I think we have 2 first-round picks. So actually, we might be okay. We might be able to really snag some guys here, but we'll see. No one else that's really standing out to me, though, at linebacker. On to the corners. Kind of the same rule we've been going with. You just got to have the speed to hang on the outside. Going to put you down. Just all of these guys that are, well, I don't know if I am gonna rock with this guy. He's probably good. But I know who my really good guys are. I want to see the guys that are putting up crazy numbers on the bench. Ben Crockett might be the GOAT. 4-4-1, 18 reps on the bench, a 4-1-3 shuttle. That's pretty nasty work. All right, on to safeties. None of the safeties are putting up any crazy numbers on the bench here. This actually might be the only safety we go with. Devontae Rice, 6'1", 208, 409 in the shuttle. Projected to go round 1, though, so we might be SOL. This guy's running a 4.42, a 4.31. We've also got Jamal Charles out here. I am going to put a mark on Charles. I'm going to put a mark on Carlos Haynes. That might be it, though. Ashton Conway. I can kind of get behind that. His vertical kind of sucks. Yeah, I'm like, there's no way this guy is hanging up in coverage, like real talk. On to strong safeties. We're almost done, man. Let's go. I want to get to the draft, and I want to get into the season. I want to try and win the Super Bowl. But I don't know if we're going to get through all that tonight. We'll try our best, though. We'll try our best. I'm not a fan of Troy Nails. 4.53 is just not going to do it for me. Even though his like movement skills are actually kind of crazy. No, he's mid. He's mid. I knew he was mid. I should have trusted my gut. Okay, Claiborne pretty much has to be really good. Ingraham, probably good. Alonzo Jackson, I feel like is selling me snake oil a little bit right now. That 4.42 is nice. 16 on the bench, pretty good. 32 vertical, okay. 3-cone, cool. That shuttle makes me raise an eyebrow a little bit. Just put him at receiver, big dog. Can't cover, but he can catch. Honestly, I want to see. He's the fastest guy out here, and he's 6'2", no, he's too small to play linebacker. That was my thought. I don't know. We'll put him on the board, I guess, and if we get down to it and need a guy, we can take him, but I do not foresee that happening. Okay. Any kickers? Any good kickers? Ooh. Interesting. Okay, so I can't see their kick power from here. They're probably just mid kickers then. I don't kick anyway. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I now have my full favorites board set. I have no idea how many players are in here, and I'm not going to count them, but you can see there's a good number. There's a good bit. We should be set. Advanced week. Okay. And then before we actually get to the draft, I am going to I'm going to write down all the positions that I want to focus on, just because last time I didn't do that with the Raiders, and I just felt like I was a little lost during the draft, just trying to figure out what to do. In some picks, like especially we got later in the draft, I'm like, do I need this position? I do not remember. I'm pretty sure I got one guy in free agency. My signings. Let's go. Yeah, I got Rashid Shaheed. 96 speed, baby. Everyone knows that's the rule in Madden. All right, draft week. Divas are annoying in newer Maddens, either high zone or man, and like in the 40s for the other. Yeah, it's weird. All right, let's take a look at the lineup before we get started. Figure out what position we really want to focus on. Guards, I feel like is definitely quarterback for sure. All right, QB. Left guard, right guard. Probably a wide receiver. It couldn't hurt to get a running back. But I feel good about, I guess, the rest of the offense. We could definitely go for a right tackle, but I don't think we need it. Because Fatanu's still young, right? So I'm not like too worried about that. Yeah, both left and right ends. But we're in a 3-4, so probably want to lean more towards power for those guys, just because I already have Highsmith and Watt coming off the edge. Could always use a cornerback, strong safety, and we could use a Mike, but I wouldn't be like devastated if we didn't get one. And then probably also defensive tackle. And then I'm going to star like the ends. Like that's something that we really need. Quarterback, that's something that we really need. Honestly, everything else I'm kind of okay with, more or less. But the quarterback, definitely. And these ends, right, to really, and probably defensive tackle too. Like, we just don't have a lot of depth there, just along the defensive line of, outside of Highsmith and Watt. I want that to be nasty, nasty work. We have Will Howard, and like, if we didn't get a quarterback, maybe we'll make it work with Howard, but I would prefer not to have to make it work. All right, let's start the NFL draft. I am historically very, very good at drafting. I like to think that I am going to continue that streak. I'm going to pause the draft because I can. I have the 7th overall pick, and I'm right, I only have the one first round pick. Next user pick. Dan Rossi went. Make our selection. Favorites. So Parker Cummings is definitely someone that I can look at. Same with Jesse Hoke. We need a quarterback. Those are guys that we can definitely look at this point. But they're saying, my scouts are telling me that Cummings is the right choice at quarterback. His accuracy looks quite good. He's supposed to have a really big arm, and he's not horribly inaccurate. He is the strongest quarterback in this class. Let's also take a look at Jesse Hoke just to be sure. They ran about the same 40 times, though Jesse ran faster at his pro day. He is the second strongest quarterback. So doesn't have the same elite throw power and is also less accurate. So probably fair to say that. But here's the thing, like, these are the only two quarterbacks I have left. Like, if I don't get one of them, I'm not going to get one, right? And if I pass on a quarterback now with the hope that, I'll get the other one, I'll get the other guy in the second round, probably not going to happen. I think I have to take Parker Cummings here. which there's some other things that I would probably rather do, but I think that's the right choice. Let's see what they're giving me. 95 throw power with hidden development. Yeah, that's a win. That's a win, baby. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. All right, next user pick. Round 2, baby. Round 2. All right, so probably want to look at defensive ends or defensive tackles. But also, oh man, this is kind of tricky, man, because this linebacker was projected to go in the first round. He's fallen quite a bit, but he's probably too small to do what I want him to do, and he doesn't really fit on the team for me. So I think we do just kind of have to go by position here. Starting with these defensive ends. The guy who is projected to go around this spot would be Jimmy Johnson, who you guys know that I was looking at, was our boy Jimmy Johnson here. Marquell Jones and Calvin Crompton. And there's a couple of guys here, actually. So let's start by looking at Antonio Mikel. I'm going to say no to him. Let me look at Jimmy Johnson, because I was a big fan of Jimmy Johnson. A, tackling, B, block shedding. If I can't think of anyone else to pick here, he's probably going to be who I go with. Right, I mean, he's 6'3", 297. He's got great frame. Marquell Jones. I'm trying to see, is there anyone else who's... I could have swore there were more guys than that were fitting the bill here. Oh, I guess not. Okay, so it's probably going to be Jimmy Johnson unless there's a guy that sticks out at a different position. So we've got Daryl Gardner here at wide receiver, who honestly I'm not super sold on right now. He was pretty athletic. A 40-inch vert, 22 reps on the bench, and ran a 4.4. But I don't know if that's worth taking over a position of need. I don't think he's like clearly BPA at this point. This corner, Gabe Seawright, if I remember correctly, this guy is a total freakazoid athlete. 4.37. With a 4.09 in the shuttle, 35-inch vert. What does his coverage stats look like? A in the man coverage. He's got A catching. I cannot see. Oh, B zone coverage. That guy might be worth taking here. Gabe Seawright very well could be the pick. A left tackle, I don't really need. We could move him to right tackle, obviously. But I don't think he's good enough to justify that pick. So I like Seawright. I like Johnson. All right, those are right now my guys. Braxton Wallace. Nope, not going to take him. I feel like we're doing okay, just kind of sorting these guys out. You know, this is what you want. He's a good athlete, but not good enough at skills. He's not good enough of a football player to justify that pick. A question about JoJo Jims here. He's the guy that had a 42-inch vert. I'm okay losing him. I really am. Let's take a look at Nick Little. Another really good athlete. Not good enough at the things that I need him to be really good at, though. So I do think the pick here is going to be Jimmy Johnson, who I expect to be quite a good player. Jimmy Johnson, we will take here. They're giving me a B- there. Another hidden development. That's what we like to see. 86 strength. They're not going to show me anything that matters here. 74 speed's not crazy. But that's what I like to see. That is what I like to see. So far, 2 really good draft selections. I told you guys, I am A+ when it comes to drafting here. Oh. Okay, so I can take whoever would be next on my board also. Okay. Well, that actually makes things kind of difficult because I just kind of went through all these guys and said why they wouldn't be next on my board, but sure. I guess it would be Seawright was who I said, right? So we'll take him. Easy. Oh, dude. I did it again! Let's go, man. Let's go. 94 speed, 93 change of direction. He's A in man coverage, B in zone. Like, I'm too goated. That's 3 for 3 with draft picks right now, man. I'm too good at this. Someone make me a general manager right now. All right. That's 3 hits so far. We're in round 3, pick 7. I would still like to get a defensive tackle. Here is one right here. Elias Sierra, 6'3", 359. Talk about stocky. Let's see what he's got to offer for us. Put up 45 reps on the bench. Yeah, nasty work. And a 9.8 broad jump for that kind of power is pretty nuts. He put up 46 on the bench at his pro day. He's got A tackling, B block shedding. I worry that his range of moves might be too low. Like, for him not to have any power moves or finesse moves in his bag is a little concerning. I'm not saying, I mean, we're in the 3rd round. Obviously, no one's going to be perfect, but I was hoping they would be a little bit better than that. So we're going to look at everyone else, and we'll see if we can find anyone that I can argue deserves to be picked over Sierra at this spot. Max Reynaud. Oh, this was the guy that I was like, dude, he could probably play Mike linebacker for me. He probably can. 4'6'9", 22 reps on the bench. Is this the Penn State guy? Yeah, 6'2", 232. He probably could play Mike for me. Like, I think he's straight up just a better player. Levine. Also not a bad player. But I would rather have the Penn State guy, I think. Even though this guy's also probably going to be pretty freaking good. And then we already got a corner, so I don't need to land on another one right now, but just to make sure that I'm checking all my boxes. Jaden Page. Yeah, I think so far the Penn State guy is going to be the winner here, even though I don't need a linebacker necessarily. I think he's just too good to pass up on. Yeah, I'm trying to... Yeah, I think we just gotta trust our gut here. Take the guy that we are confident in being very good, and that's Max Raynaud. Raynaud? I don't know how to pronounce that last name. But I bet I'm going to see a little blue triangle on my screen here in a second. Bang, bang, bang! 4 for 4, baby. Call me Wendy's in its prime. The way I keep nailing these draft picks, he's going to end up playing middle linebacker. He's lined up outside right now, just because of the scheme that I'm in. Yeah, dude, he's just too good. He's just too good not to hit on here. All right, next user pick will probably be in round 4. I've got 2 picks here in round 4. Let's see what we've got. I would still like to get a defensive tackle, but it looks like I might be SOL when it comes to those guys. I already know I'm not taking Ingraham there. I probably won't take Claiborne, but yeah, okay, we'll pass on him as well. Okay, so I might as well just take those guys off. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. No, I totally forgot that that's what that would do. That was a horrible pick. Horrible pick. Oh, my gosh. I'm a moron. I tried to remove him from my favorites list, but that's the same button to draft the player. And I was like, yep, do it. Oh my gosh, idiot. Anyway. Sorry about that, fellas. Dexter Givens. Blazing fast guy. Oh, dude. This breaks my heart. Oh, dude, this breaks my heart. He runs a 4.33. He's the fastest receiver in the class. 40-inch vertical, highest jumping in the class. 6.5 3-cone, best in the class. 20-yard shuttle, 3.90. That's the best in the entire draft. By a lot. Can't catch. F catching. Dude, I want to take him so bad. Like, I want to draft him so bad because if he ends up being good, but F catching is crazy. Well, let's take a look at Jeremiah Day here. Okay, trash. Got that out of the way. Let's take a look at Javon Wallace. Less trash, but Carlos Haynes. Let's take a look at Haynes here. I fear he's also kind of trash. So, honestly, let's take a look at Nick Day. I think this might be our best bet, honestly. No, I've got to take the shot on like the freakiest athlete in the class. Like he is by far the most insane athlete in the class. Let's take a look at this center here, Cantrell. Oh, he's really good. Do I have... It's too bad I wasted that other pick. Oh my gosh. That's insane. Oh, that honestly makes this a really hard choice now. There's other offensive linemen to be had in this class. I'm just really hoping that center, I'm just going to have to hope that center falls to me. I'm going to take Givens. He's the freakiest athlete in the class. I know he can't catch, but like 97, like he can play kick, he can kick return for me. 97 speed, 95 change of direction, 97 agility. He's just too freaky of an athlete to not like have on my football team. So, I took a safety. I took a receiver. They didn't get hidden dev, but and I don't need a center, so I'm fine passing on the guy. I cannot believe I took Ingraham there. That was such a devastating selection. All right, I can take Cantrell here. I know he's going to be pretty good. Let's just double check everyone else. All right, don't love Anderson. I already looked at Day. Let's look at Denton West. I saw a lot of F's pop up on my screen. Not moved. Larry Nicholas. He's not bad. He's not bad. I think the center is better. Hatchett. Marcus Hatchett. Saw some A's pop up on my screen here. Hold on. Oh, dude, what? Is this the guy where I was like, it's too bad he's 220 pounds, 230 pounds and runs a 4.6. He could play corner. He could, man. That guy's... Dude, he's kind of nice, man. That's another guy I could have at linebacker. I don't need it. But I also don't need a center, But the center I could move to guard. And either way, whichever one I take, I just have to hope that no one drafts the other one. But I have another pick coming up pretty soon. I think that's the play. I think the play is to take Cantrell and then hope that linebacker falls to me. But Cantrell, oh man, I really thought I was going to get a hidden dev there. It's a little disappointing. I'm going to move him to guard. But I think he's still a pretty good player, 86 strength, and his blocking just lined. I mean, as a pass protector, he's going to line up on the right side of my offensive line because he's a better pass protector than he is a run blocker, and I run to the left more often. And when I'm at quarterback, I roll to the right most of the time. So I think that actually works out pretty well. Let's pick another guy here. Haven't had a hidden dev in a little while. There's quite a few guys falling on the boards here. But they weren't on my board, so I'm skipping past them. There's our boy, Hatchet. We're going to take him. I think he's going to be really good. I don't know if we'll get hidden dev out of him. No, a D? That's kind of crazy, man. I think it's because of they see like the hit power and like the pass rush moves are all pretty bad, but he's got good coverage skills and he can tackle, man. So he's going to find somewhere. We're going to find somewhere to let him ball out. All right. Oh. Is that it? Oh, I've got 3 picks in the 7th. Okay. Okay. So this is where I get to have some fun. We're not going to take Larry Nichols. I already know I'm not taking him. Okay, so there's Jonathan Reynolds, a running back, who is mid. He's not good. He's very fast, and he's pretty strong, but that's about it. Here's Josh Ferrara, my bad. Also kind of mid, though I think maybe a little less so. More of a power back for sure. 26 reps on the bench, not bad. Here's Connor Collins, another deep threat wide receiver, about 5'9", 186 is a deep threat that typically doesn't move me. Another very fast wide receiver, though. But that is a lot of Fs. That dude can't catch it all. He wasn't even playing football in college. He was just running track. Mayweather is bad. I know he's bad, but I think I might just pick him unless someone pops up on my screen that's like legitimately a good player just because he's so big. Right? Unless someone pops up on my screen that I'm like, oh, this guy like could have hidden dev trait. I'm probably just going to pick Mayweather. Deontay Rhodes. So far, so good. Joe Allen. Still nothing that's moving the needle for me. Bobby Cormier. Nope. No, we're not taking Larry Nichols. And then Alonzo Jackson. Alonzo Jackson, someone that we could take at some point. But for now, we're going to take Mayweather. I know he's not a good football player. But he's 6'9". He's 6'9" and has hidden dev. Let's go! Oh my gosh. 97 strength. He's not good. His pass blocking's atrocious. We're gonna find a way to get him going. Dude, I should line him up at like fullback and just... Oh, dude. Or I should just like put him at left guard and just run behind him all game. That might be the play. Put him at left guard and just have him go just straight downhill all game. Like we're running right behind this guy. Oh my gosh. I have not been reading the TikTok chat at all. Yeah, he's 6'9", 370, dude. $6'9", 370 is absolutely crazy. All right, next user pick. Make my selection. I didn't love either of the running backs here. I would be interested in taking this guy, but oh, the safety's gone. Oh, that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks a lot. Okay, so I guess I'll try and take one of the defensive tackles here. Rhodes is not good. I thought one of them was like kind of okay. Joe Allen. Can't tackle. That's insane. Also can't tackle. Okay. That makes things kind of difficult for me. Larry Nicholas might be the guy we have to go with. He also kind of, like, this is weird. He's got weird sets of traits, man. But he's a good athlete. I don't know, man. This is kind of tough. Or we just take this power running back. There's definitely a range of outcomes for how good or bad he could be. Can't pass block at all. Let's look at Reynolds again. Jonathan Reynolds. Even worse, man. So, I mean, and that's what I get for just having undrafted free agents left on my board. I guess my only options are Nicholas and Ferrara. We'll take Nicholas just because he's got day 3 on his name. So, like, there's a chance that he goes sooner. But I know he's not good. He's just kind of fast. And then I've got one more pick here, and I'm going to try and get Ferrara and hope that does it. It looks like I am going to get him. All right. I don't think he's going to be great, but hey, you know what? We got pretty good true value there. 90 speed. Honestly, that is a pretty solid running back. If his carrying isn't like terrible, that's a pretty solid running back. That's a win. So that's the draft. Okay. I know I took another linebacker that was mid, and I took a running back that was kind of mid. But we came out of here with 5 hidden dev traits in this. So I think that's a win. I think that's absolutely a win. We'll see what overall each of these players ended up being. The corner, C. Wright, was a 79. This is the second draft in a row where I've drafted like an elite corner. So he's a 79 overall with 94 speed. The quarterback is, and he ended up having 80 speed. Our first round pick at quarterback ended up having 80 speed. I want to see what all his throwing stats look like. Oh yeah, dude, this guy's great. 95 throw power, and all of his accuracy stats are either in the high 70s or low 80s. This defensive end is a 73. And 86 strength. I don't really. I'll figure out where to put him. Cantrell, the center, ended up being a 73. Was that the guy we drafted that ended up being? Oh no, that was Mayweather that ended up being right. The hidden dev was Mayweather. Ingraham is trash, and I knew he was going to be trash. Let's see. Hatchett, Ferrara, Givens. Givens actually, 70 overall is not so bad. I thought he might be a little bit worse than that. Reynaud. Was he the... Yeah, he had to have been the first linebacker that I took. He should be really good. Okay. And then Jimmy Johnson will We definitely got some good players out of that. We're gonna move some guys around here and then get into the season. And quickly too, because it's almost time for I know the game's about to start. Should I see I gotta sim first. I could save the actual season until next week. I could do that. But I kind of think I would rather not do that, you know? Okay, so first order of business. I am just going to edit the roster for sure. We're going to move him to left guard. He's absolutely enormous. We're going to move this guy to right guard. And then, did we get Bishop? We did not get Bishop. I hate to report we did not get Bishop. So, yes, this guy's a 66 overall, and he is going to start for us. I'm just gonna bank on the run blocking, like getting really good. That's kind of my hope here, is that he just ends up turning into a really good run blocker. Maybe the play is to just hope he boxing background is key. Is this the guy we just drafted? No, that's Caleb Johnson. Oh, so we've got so many running backs, dude. There's no way. I don't know, man. We're really gonna have to figure this out. And there's Cantrell also. We've got. I got to find a way to get the rookie receiver on the field. We can cut Robert Woods, dude. There. Now Givens is on the roster, and we're going to put him above Calvin Austin just because. I want to try getting him the ball, man. I really do. And then defense, Jimmy Johnson. Yes, absolutely. You need to be starting. C. Wright needs to be starting over Beanie Bishop. Like, there's no way. And then Renaud is going to move to middle linebacker. And then I drafted a couple other guys that are terrible. Not truly terrible, but not great. But he cannot play. He cannot ever be rushing the passer. So we have to move him to the middle as well. And then that will. There should be one other guy too. But I guess not. Okay. I did draft a safety, and he'll just stay there, I guess. And then Look at special teams. Givens is the returner, obviously. Specialists. I'm fine putting C right in the slot. And then I want, I think I do want Jimmy Johnson as the end here. No. We'll leave this as is. You know, Hackett hits like a truck, though. He might, man. And you know what? That's all that matters, really. Okay. So this is the team. Uh-oh. But Bridget's trying to go live now, so I'm gonna hop off. Next time we get on, we will definitely play through the season. So thank you all for tuning in, and as always,